Have you ever felt like you were starving yourself for absolutely nothing because the scale refused to budge? Most people abandon their weight loss journey exactly when the magic is about to happen because they misinterpret the weird language of their own biology. If you've noticed your hunger becoming a quiet whisper instead of a screaming demand, or if you're suddenly feeling colder than usual, if your body isn't failing, it is finally mastering fat burning at a deep cellular level. In this video, we are going to dive into the 8 bizarre indicators that prove your body has finally flipped the switch to lose weight fast and efficiently. This isn't just another set of generic weight loss tips. We are uncovering the silent metabolic shifts that occur before the fat visibly melts away. By the end of this presentation, you will understand how to read these signals to eliminate abdominal fat and gain a level of fitness you never thought possible. Stop obsessing over the scale and start listening to your hormone. This is about more than slimming down. It's about achieving total metabolic freedom and using mental health resources to stay consistent. If you want to know if your efforts are actually paying off to lose belly fat for good, you cannot afford to miss these signs. The journey toward a transformed physique and peak fitness often begins in total silence, far beneath the surface of what a mirror can reflect. When you commit to a lifestyle of fasting, you aren't just skipping meals. You are initiating a profound chemical rebellion against years of metabolic stagnation. The first thing you must understand is that the traditional metrics of success, like the daily number on a scale, are often the last things to change. True weight loss starts with the recalibration of your master hormones, primarily insulin. For most of our lives, we have lived in a state of chronic insulin elevation, a storage mode, that makes it nearly impossible to lose weight healthily because the body is constantly signaled to hold on to every single calorie as a survival mechanism. When you break this cycle, the first signs are not dramatic. They are subtle, strange, and often misinterpreted as weakness or failure. One of the most profound shifts occurs in the way your brain perceives the sensation of hunger. In a sugar-burning metabolism, hunger is an emergency, a frantic, shaky, and irritable demand for glucose that forces you to abandon your healthy meal plans in favor of quick energy. However, as you boost metabolism through consistent fasting, this emergency hunger transforms into what we call quiet hunger. This is a monumental victory for fat burning. It means your insulin levels have finally dropped low enough for your brain to access your own fat stores for fuel. When hunger becomes optional rather than an ultimatum, you are no longer a slave to your next meal. This mental shift is one of the most important mental health resources you can develop, as it removes the psychological trauma often associated with dieting and replaces it with a sense of calm control. You are finally learning how to lose belly fat by working with your biology instead of fighting it. As this metabolic flexibility takes hold, you will notice a significant improvement in your cognitive function, often described as a fog lifting from your mind. This isn't just a placebo effect. It is the result of your brain switching to ketones, which are a much more efficient and cleaner fuel source than glucose. While you are focused on slimming and physical appearance, your brain is actually reducing neuroinflammation and stabilizing neurotransmitters. This clarity allows you to make better decisions regarding your fitness and helps you stay committed to the long-term goal to eliminate abdominal fat. People often find they no longer need the same amount of caffeine to function, and their productivity spikes. This is a sign that your mitochondria are beginning to repair themselves, allowing you to boost metabolism from within each cell. This cognitive high is a primary indicator that you are on the right path to lose weight fast, without the typical crash associated with low-calorie diets. Furthermore, you may experience a rapid reduction in systemic bloating, particularly in the abdominal region. This is frequently confused with fat loss, but it is actually something much more critical: the reduction of gut inflammation. By giving your digestive system a prolonged rest, you are allowing the gut lining to repair its tight junctions, which prevents inflammatory markers from leaking into your bloodstream. This internal healing is a prerequisite to lose weight healthily. When the gut is calm, the body stops retaining excess water as a defense mechanism against inflammation. You might notice your pants fitting looser, or your belt moving a notch, even if your total weight remains the same. This is the first step to eliminate abdominal fat, because a non-inflamed body is a body that is finally willing to release its energy stores. Understanding this distinction is one of the best weight loss tips anyone can receive. Health precedes weight loss. It does not follow it. Finally, you will begin to notice that your relationship with food changes entirely as your cravings for processed sugars and high-carb snacks begin to fade into the background. This isn't a matter of willpower or forced discipline. It is a direct result of your dopamine and insulin signaling returning to a state of homeostasis. When you are in a constant cycle of spiking and crashing, your brain is biologically programmed to demand sugar to prevent a perceived energy crisis. Once you stabilize your blood sugar through fasting, that emergency signal is permanently silenced. This makes following healthy meal plans feel effortless rather than a chore. You are no longer fighting your own chemistry to lose belly fat. Instead, you are existing in a state where your body trusts its own internal energy, allowing you to focus on your overall fitness and long-term vitality. This is the foundation of the first 1,000 words of our journey into metabolic mastery, where the weird signs are actually the milestones of a body that is finally learning to heal itself. One of the most deceptive aspects of the human body is that the fat you can see and pinch is often the least dangerous, while the invisible stealth fat surrounding your vital organs is what truly dictates your long-term health and ability to lose weight fast. As you continue your fasting journey, you will notice a peculiar phenomenon where your clothing begins to fit differently around your waist, even though the numbers on your digital scale remain frustratingly stagnant. This is the moment many people quit, yet it is actually the most critical phase of your metabolic evolution. This change signifies that you are finally starting to eliminate abdominal fat that has been strangling your liver, pancreas, and heart for years. Visceral fat is metabolically aggressive. It acts like an organ itself, pumping out inflammatory cytokines that keep you in a state of chronic illness and prevent true fat burning. When you fast, the drop in insulin levels specifically targets this deep-seated storage. You might notice that your abdomen feels softer to the touch, or even deflated. This isn't just a sign of slimming, it is the physical manifestation of your internal organs finally finding room to breathe. This process is essential if you want to lose belly fat in a way that is sustainable and life-changing, rather than just chasing a temporary aesthetic goal. As the pressure from this internal fat begins to subside, you will likely experience a dramatic improvement in your respiratory and digestive comfort. Many people don't realize that their shortness of breath or persistent acid reflux is actually caused by the physical weight of visceral fat pushing against the diaphragm and stomach. By following consistent fasting protocols rather than just standard healthy meal plans, you are effectively decompressing your internal cavity. This anatomical shift is a massive boost for your overall fitness, as it allows for deeper oxygen intake and more efficient nutrient absorption. Furthermore, this is when your liver begins to shed its own fat stores, which is often reflected in a sudden drop in your morning blood sugar levels. When your liver is clean, your entire system can boost metabolism with far less effort. You are no longer fighting an uphill battle against your own biology. Instead, you are clearing the path for long-term weight loss by addressing the root cause of metabolic resistance. This is one of the most powerful weight loss tips that traditional dieting often ignores. You must heal the liver to truly lose weight healthily. Parallel to these internal physical changes is a profound shift in your sleep architecture. It is a common misconception that a full stomach leads to better rest, but the reality is that late-night grazing keeps your insulin and cortisol levels elevated during the exact hours when they should be at their lowest. When you align your eating window with daylight and allow for a significant fast before bed, your body finally has the opportunity to synchronize its circadian rhythms. This results in reaching deeper stages of REM and slow-wave sleep, which are the primary windows for hormonal repair and fat burning. You will find yourself waking up feeling refreshed and mentally sharp without the grogginess that typically accompanies a high-carb lifestyle. This improved sleep is one of the most effective mental health resources at your disposal, as it regulates your mood and reduces the stress-induced cravings that often derail a weight loss plan. When you sleep better, your body's ability to eliminate abdominal fat increases exponentially, creating a positive feedback loop that makes every subsequent day of fasting easier and more rewarding. Perhaps the weirdest sign that your body is becoming metabolically flexible is a temporary change in your perception of temperature. Many people report feeling unusually cold, especially in their hands and feet, during the first few weeks of a serious fasting regimen. In a world obsessed with constant thermogenesis and burning calories, this can feel like a sign that your metabolism is slowing down, but the truth is far more fascinating. This coldness often indicates that your insulin levels have dropped significantly, leading to a reduction in water retention and a shift in how your blood is being diverted to your internal organs for repair. Your body is learning to be more efficient with its energy expenditure. As you adapt and your body becomes a master of fat burning, this coldness usually stabilizes, but it serves as a clear indicator that the old, inefficient, glucose-only system is being dismantled. This is a sign that you are on the verge of being able to lose weight fast because your body is no longer wasting energy on systemic inflammation. It is a transition period where you are moving from being a sugar burner to a fat burner, a shift that is vital for anyone looking to boost metabolism and achieve permanent slimming. You will notice a strange but welcome liberation from the caffeine cycle. Most people rely on stimulants to bridge the energy gaps caused by blood sugar crashes. However, as your body becomes accustomed to tapping into its own fat stores, you will experience a level of steady, unwavering energy that no cup of coffee can provide. This consistent energy is the ultimate tool for improving your fitness and staying active throughout the day. You are no longer dependent on external spikes. You are fueled by the very energy you have been trying to release for years. This is the true definition of how to lose weight healthily. You are not starving your body. You are finally feeding it from the inside out. By recognizing these signs, the softer belly, the deeper sleep, the cold hands, and the steady energy you gain, the confidence to ignore the scale and trust the process. These are the milestones of a body that is no longer just trying to survive, but is finally beginning to thrive as it learns to lose belly fat and reclaim its natural vitality. The perhaps most profound stage of your fasting journey transcends the mere physical boundaries of weight loss and enters the realm of cellular regeneration, often referred to by scientists as autophagy. This is the body's internal vacuum cleaner, a process that only truly accelerates when insulin remains low for extended periods. While your initial goals might have been focused on slimming or finding a way to lose weight fast, what is happening now is a deep biological spring cleaning that affects every organ, including your largest one, the skin. You may notice that your complexion begins to change in ways that no expensive cream could achieve. Skin often becomes clearer, less oily, and more vibrant because the reduction in insulin signaling directly affects sebum production and cell turnover. This is a major indicator that your body is no longer struggling with systemic inflammation and is instead focusing its energy on repair. Many people report that old scars seem to fade, or that their skin tone becomes more even as they eliminate abdominal fat and lower their overall inflammatory load. This visible glow is an external reflection of an internal environment that is finally functioning at peak fitness. It proves that when you lose weight healthily, you aren't just getting smaller. You are literally becoming a newer, more efficient version of yourself. As this deep cellular work continues, you might encounter another weird sign that often causes alarm, but is actually a badge of metabolic honor. A change in your breath and body odor. Some describe a metallic taste in their mouth or a scent similar to acetone. Far from being a hygiene issue, this is the unmistakable chemical signature of fat burning. When your liver breaks down fatty acids into ketones for fuel, one of the byproducts is acetone, which is released through the lungs and skin. This is the ultimate proof that you have successfully bypassed the glucose gatekeeper and are now tapping into the vast energy reserves of your own body. It is a signal that your mission to lose belly fat is officially in high gear. Moreover, you may find that your sweat actually becomes less odorous over time. This happens because as you boost metabolism and clean up your diet, the toxic byproducts of processed foods and chronic inflammation are flushed out of your system. Your body is becoming a cleaner machine, and these sensory changes are the evidence of a successful transition from a sugar-dependent metabolism to a fat-adapted one. Beyond the physical, there is a powerful emotional release that often accompanies the later stages of a successful fasting protocol. We often store more than just energy in our fat cells. We store hormones and chemical messengers that are linked to our emotional states. As you aggressively eliminate abdominal fat, these compounds are released back into the bloodstream, which can lead to brief periods of unexplained irritability or even a strange sense of euphoria. This is where your mental health resources become vital. Understanding that these emotional waves are part of the detoxification process allows you to stay consistent without feeling like you are losing control. Fasting acts as a powerful recalibration for your nervous system, eventually leading to a state of emotional steadiness that is rare in today's high-stress, high-sugar world. This stability is one of the most underrated weight loss tips. The calmer your mind, the easier it is to maintain your fitness goals long-term. You are no longer using food as an emotional crutch because your brain chemistry has stabilized, providing you with a sense of resilience that makes following healthy meal plans feel like a natural choice rather than a restrictive burden. The ultimate milestone in this journey is the achievement of true metabolic freedom. This is the point where fasting no longer feels like a fast. It simply feels like living. You reach a state where you can skip a meal without the fear of crashing, shaking, or losing your ability to concentrate. This lack of fear is the clearest sign that your insulin resistance has been reversed. You have regained the evolutionary ability to access your stored energy with ease, which is the most effective way to lose weight fast and keep it off forever. At this stage, your body is no longer arguing with you. Hunger comes in gentle waves and disappears just as quickly, and your energy levels remain rock solid from morning until night. This is the peak of human fitness, where your metabolism is flexible enough to handle a feast without inflammation and a fast without suffering. You have successfully moved beyond the need for constant grazing and have reclaimed the metabolic heritage of your ancestors. In conclusion, these 8 weird signs, from the cooling of your hands to the softening of your belly and the sharpening of your mind, are not side effects to be feared, but milestones to be celebrated. They are the language of a body that is finally healing. If you stay the course and ignore the temporary fluctuations of the scale, you will find that weight loss is merely the beginning. What you are actually gaining is a new lease on life, a body that is resilient, a mind that is clear, and a metabolism that is finally working for you instead of against you. By integrating these weight loss tips into your daily rhythm and focusing on how to lose weight healthily, you aren't just changing your appearance, you are transforming your entire biological future. You are now equipped with the knowledge to recognize when the work is being done, giving you the power to stay consistent until you reach your ultimate goal of health and vitality. This is the end of the struggle and the beginning of your new metabolic freedom.
There's a natural solution to speed up your metabolism, control cravings, and support your weight loss journey naturally and effectively. Click the link in the first pinned comment to start transforming your body. If you want to truly transform your body and learn how to lose belly fat healthily, don't stop here. In the next video, I'll share practical strategies and little-known secrets to boost your metabolism and keep the weight off for good. Click now and discover how to take your weight loss to the next level